Fall 2022 Ohio State tests. This is an annual security overview for Marion City Schools. To begin, test security is vital to the successful administration of state assessments for many reasons, such as ensuring student results are accurate and meaningful, maintaining confidentiality of tests, avoiding investigations, invalidations, or disciplinary actions, upholding the responsibility to the public and stakeholders on the accuracy of scores, and providing accurate measures for the use and accountability. TA responsibilities before testing. 1. Read the directions in the Test Administrator's Manual, Fall 2022 TAM, to ensure an equitable and secure test administration. There's a link to this on slide 24. 2. Complete the TA online course and Public School Works Ohio Ethical Use of Tests course. Provide copies of certificates to your BTCs for documentation purposes. Links to these resources are on slides 20 to 23. To begin, be very careful with any internet connected personal devices. We are all using school issued, computers, Chromebooks, whatever our devices are that we use in the classroom is what we do use as test administrators to give Ohio State tests. So, this is just about being very careful to avoid invalidations due to students having access to their phones, smartwatches, tablets, etc. Create and maintain a positive testing environment. All rooms used for test administrations must be quiet, orderly, comfortable, and have adequate lighting. The test administrator must remain in the room at all times. Any information regarding the content being measured or test taking strategies displayed in the room in any manner or form must be removed or covered during a test administration or will result in a breach in testing security. Distribute student testing tickets on test day. BTCs will provide your student testing tickets before testing on the day of the first day of the window. The information included on the ticket is the student's first name and SSID. This is the information the student uses to log into the test session. This is alongside the code that you get when you are actually in the TA interface. If you need additional clarification on this, go ahead and look at slide 23. There is a link to the TIDE user guide. MCS scrap paper pencil policy. TAs must ensure that all students are provided at least 2 blank pieces of paper for the ELA assessment. This is so they can conduct pre-writing and create graphic organizers, etc. This is also required in the OST guidelines. After testing each day, pieces of paper must be collected by the test administrator at the end of testing, who will then give them to the building testing coordinator to shred. On the day of the test administrators must conduct an unbiased administration of the tests according to the policies, procedures, and directions in the test administrator's manual and any subsequent updates developed by the Ohio Department of Education, and follow appropriate procedures when providing accommodations to students with disabilities and students identified as limited English proficient. TAs also must assist students with emergencies, including restroom emergencies. Report all testing irregularities to the Building Testing Coordinator, BTC, each day following testing. You will be provided with a form created by the ODE. TAs must always read from the script. This will be shown in slide 10. And in accordance to the guidelines in the test administration manual. Very important to remember, we are reading verbatim from the script. Importance of reading the script verbatim. So you can visit Appendix L, and it includes the following information. And this is also in your TAM. One, step by step directions for administrating the test with a script. Two, oral script that test administrators must read aloud, printed in bold letters. Three, descriptions of test settings and accommodation codes and troubleshooting tips. Actively monitoring testing sessions. So, this means you are walking around the room, ensuring that the students are taking the correct test, observing that students are not involved in cheating, monitoring students to ensure they complete their tests, and monitoring how much time is left in a session. This is your responsibility to monitor. Testing irregularities and examples. Some examples of irregularities include failing to follow procedures as described in the fall 2022 Ohio Test Administration Manual. So basically, anything in the TAM is what we are accountable for as individual educators and a district. So you need to review that document and make sure you are following the guidelines for reporting irregularities for incidents. Another would be, coaching students by interpreting, explaining, or paraphrasing test directions, test items, or answer choices. Leaving students unsupervised, cell phones ringing or being used, or other disruptions like drills. Technology incidents, report only incidents, which are going to be many of these because they're not going to change the status of the test. But security violations absolutely do. So you must read the guidelines and work with your BTCs on how you report irregularities. So the testing times for grade 3 ELA, 90 minutes for part one, 90 minutes for part two. These are on two separate days. Test administrators must keep track of time. The total time for both tests is 180 minutes. And only students with the extended time accommodation are permitted to have time that exceeds the published testing time. Resetting and reopening student tests. This only happens in a situation where a student must leave early or their test is left in a status where, maybe a report was filed and they need to have it reset. This happens through the building testing coordinator contacting me, and then I send in something to the state and they return it back to me. And then I let you know if you're going to reset or reopen. They typically grant the requests, so, just report incidents as they come, and I will be able to turn those around to you. If you need more information on this, refer to section 8.3 of the TAM. Makeup testing. There are two scenarios for conducting makeup testing. The student is absent on the day he or she was scheduled to take a test, or a student's test session is interrupted and they cannot complete the test during his or her scheduled test session. Please call home. We need to get these kids in to test. Okay, so you guys already know about the Cambium training. Here are the links that you will be provided within the slideshow. And I hope that everyone has a wonderful rest of the week and happy testing. Thank you.